Using the advanced mode in the Opportunity Atlas allows you to dig deeper into the data on a given region. To explore this feature, let's focus on a specific city, Washington, D.C., by typing the location into the search bar and hitting enter. Now let's say you want to limit the map in front of you to only those tracts that have at least 100 observed low-income children. Start by clicking on the top left menu button. From the drop-down menu, select Advanced. We can limit this map to tracts with above 100 observations by clicking on the Show More Outcomes drop-down in the Outcomes section of the left panel. Scrolling down through the list, you can see the number of children outcome. Just as in the basic map, clicking on the outcome will update the map based on the selected characteristic. However, since you're in advanced mode, you can further refine your search by limiting the range of that outcome. We can limit the tracts displayed to those with over 100 observed children by clicking on the rightmost side of the color scale bar where it says Highest and dragging leftward. Note that as you drag the bar, the number indicating the lower range changes. When we reach a number near 100, we can let go and the atlas will update to only display data from tracts that fit this new range. You'll notice that those tracts that had too few children will now turn gray. To input the upper and lower bounds of your filter more precisely, you can double-click on the color scale bar and change the numbers accordingly in the white boxes that pop up. Once you've specified a filter in advanced mode, it will apply to the entire map until you choose to remove it. This means that you can click to other characteristics and outcomes, such as household income, our opportunity measure, and the map will recolor as it did before, but now areas that dropped out because we only wanted to observe tracts with more than 100 observations will still be gray. To see what filters you have applied to the atlas, you can look at the top right corner of your screen where a filtered section has now appeared. To remove a filter, click the white X on the right of that filter. As you can see, there are no longer any grayed out tracts, and our atlas has returned to normal. The ability to focus on certain ranges can be a powerful tool when you filter the data for two different outcomes at once. For example, imagine that you want to find tracts in Washington, D.C. that despite having high poverty rates, also have high rates of mobility. You can do this by clicking on the household income outcome and clicking and dragging across the color scale bar to limit the filter to tracts with above median household income. Remember, the line in the middle of every color scale bar denotes the median value or the 50th percentile of that variable. As the atlas updates, we can navigate to the Neighborhood Characteristics section, expanding it by clicking Show More Characteristics and finding the poverty rate in 2012 to 16 outcome. We can select high poverty rates by clicking on the rightmost side of the color scale bar and dragging leftward. Now we see that many of the tracts on the atlas have turned gray. These gray tracts are the ones that don't fall into our two filters. They have below median household income and below median poverty rates. The remaining tracts are revealed as ones with both high household income and high poverty rates. You can view more tutorials about using the Opportunity Atlas, get answers to commonly asked questions, and download research papers at opportunityinsights.org/atlasresources.